What is up, ladies and gentlemen? It is finally time. Finally time that we risk life and limb on this Goldwing. Because I gotta go take it for tires. The tires on this thing are freaking pieces of crap. They've got like massive cracks in the sidewalls. I mean, I should put this on the trailer, but I'm lazy and cheap, and why not? Finally got this thing up and running. One thing I'm thinking of for saddlebags is those ammo cans. I think they would look really nice on this, and because of the way the bars are, I could just like bolt them down on both sides, and yeah, they would look pretty nice on this thing. I got to do something about the seat just because it looks kind of weird, but I really don't want to cut that seat just because it's so hard to find those seats. Have to say is that the engine appears to be running pretty darn smoothly, and it just seems like everything else was just no maintenance, and they just left it to die, I guess. So I mean, this is gonna be an ugly bike. It's always gonna be an ugly bike. I could take the time to make it better, but I kind of like the ugliness about it. It's just got that that character. I do have to change the gauges because the Speedo is pretty much dead. I guess I could take it apart, but try to fix some of the springs or whatever. But I'm guessing since the Speedo only goes up to like 80, this bike technically goes up to $130 or so, that they probably had a speed run, stretched all this springs and stuff out, and whatever. Tack is fine, tack runs. But yeah, gotta get rid of that ugly cluster. The other thing I don't get is these highway pegs. I mean, it just seems like I don't know how you're supposed to use them. I guess just like you can't really sit on them like that. You just put your legs out. I guess they're kind of uncomfortable. I mean, solid metal, so I don't understand. Unless this was a bike for a really short dude. I don't know. So we got like 40 miles to go. On the highway, of course, because there's no other way to get there. I could take the back way, which would be less traffic, but then I have to go over the mountains, and it's probably another 60 miles that way. So, yeah, let's just hope this baby holds together. They're redoing the gas station, so freaking hell, I have to take the back road. Yeah, nothing like a ton of dirt and gravel for a bike that weighs like a ton. With shitty tires. I mean, the one thing about this bike, it's as solid as a rock. Now, I mean, handling wise, well, I mean, there's about 1,000 different things wrong with this bike. The air ride suspension in the front is useless because the fork seals are blown, leaking oil and stuff all over the freaking brake caliper, and so anytime I brake, it dives all the way down. I gotta say, I mean, this is kind of handy. One of the reasons I didn't mess with any of the gas tank was I was just thinking about it. It's like, first of all, this gas tank is like 5.5 gallons or something like that. So, there's that. Why the hell is this not? Jesus, there you go. Yeah, anyways, it's like 5.5 gallons. I mean, that's a lot of gas, and for this bike you need it. I think I have no idea what the mileage per gallon is now that I put the single carb on, especially once I rejet it. It's a little on the lean side, but not. It's like stock lean. Look at the plugs. So since I'm a nice guy, I decided to go on over to the car wash and wash this bitch off because she's pretty dirty. Got grease and oil and all kinds of good gunked up stuff from 40 years of negligence and neglect all over, and mechanics need love too, so you gotta clean her up, make her at least kind of presentable, I think. hold the on-ramp. Let's see if she can do it, which I'm pretty sure she can. And one thing about this bike is, even with these crappy tires and terrible suspension. Oh, by the way, I used the Honda Rebel shocks in the back instead of those crappy struts. Now I got them in, and man, that is a good thing. Even though these roads are smooth, it's always better to have shocks. One of the things I also got to do is get another little tail light that can use as the running light for this bike. I mean, this bike is going to be a work in progress. I'm just going to keep replacing bits and pieces and stuff like that as I go.
Everybody's got their nice bikes. We're here with a piece of shit.
I do feel bad. I do feel bad parking this Harley, man. This bike should be in freaking junkyard. But one thing I am gonna get is it has inspired me to get that headlight housing, man, because I do need it. I mean, this bike has so many wires, and I'm not gonna cut them all because, you know, I might want to put a freaking radio on here or CB or something. I mean, but yeah, made it to Road Rider. They why is this loose? I don't know. Doesn't matter. But yeah, new tires, fresh tires, this baby's ready to ride. So yeah, I'm definitely gonna put one of those big ass headlight things out in front of me. Thank you, just walk in front of me. Okay. Oh dear God. I swear, I think like 90% of the suspension issues were just the tires. Oh, this feels like a freaking new bike, man. So it's a nice day, and we're out here at Walker Lake, just not doing anything. I've ridden this bike, this is about a week later, and I've ridden her about almost 700 miles. Speedo is completely dead now. It's just, hey, this bike is at 80 miles per hour all the time, all day, every day. It's just cruising, man. So, it just gave me some thoughts about this bitch. I don't know why this wire's sticking out. I don't even know what that wire's for. I think that's for the radio. But I just got some thoughts about this bike, and man, why is there electrical tape there? Anyways, never mind that. First, Goldwing is basically a car on two wheels. I think everybody knows this. But what they don't know is, if you're worried about the weight of this thing, don't be. It's I don't know how to explain it. This thing is so well balanced that you don't feel the weight at all, you know, while riding, and even when stopped, it's so well balanced that you can shift it around and stuff like that, and the weight is not an issue. Now, granted, I did probably take off about 200 pounds with all the fairings and all that thing, but there you go, that's another thing. If you want a sport touring bike, or a touring bike, look on Craigslist, man. These bikes are not bad. They generally just need a little bit of love. Also, don't be afraid to wrench on them, man. There's just so much information out there about old Hondas and stuff like that. These things are solid as a rock. The engines will run forever. They're the perfect apocalypse bike. If you want a poor man's Harley, just turn this thing into a freaking Harley. I should mention as well, like these old Goldwings, they will pretty much outrun. You know, if you're looking at Sportsters and stuff like that, forget about it, man. Unless you're dying for the sound. But you're going to change the pipes on these, too. Of course, it's not going to sound like a V-twin, but they can sound pretty darn good. A lot of people make these into cafe racers. Why? I don't know. I think if you're going to make this into any kind of sport bike, turn it into a sport tourer. But these bikes, for the price that you can find them used, they're definitely worth the buy if you can find it on Craigslist. And this was in pretty crappy condition. It didn't take that much to restore to somewhat working order. There's still some stuff I gotta do, but we'll get to that later. I mean, thing I gotta do is fix this, head clustered thing. The Speedo, it still ticks, but it is permanently frozen at 80 miles per hour, which is awesome. The tack works perfectly. The other thing I'm going to do is I'm going to custom make a nacelle, headlight nacelle cowling thing out of PVC plastic, just because why not? Anyways, stay safe, guys, and right on.